So, hello everyone and welcome back to, again, the empty desk. And yeah, today we're going to do what I've kind of been talking about already, and that is build a retro gaming PC. And yeah, this will be the first part of it. This will be building it, and then the next part will be trying to play some games on it, maybe overclocking it a bit. Let's see what I can think of. So, the first thing we have right here, that is my old Cooltech GT04 case. A little bit dusty, but it's still perfectly fine. It is also the most retro case that I have lying around that's still working. It does have a side panel. It's a plexi though, and it's really scratched up. So I don't know. I might just remove the plexi from the side panel and leave that window space kind of open, because you can do that. But for now we're just gonna build the PC, and yeah, so first thing we're gonna do is take the I/O bracket of our motherboard right here, put that in. Oh man, I forgot that this case kinda has a problem with I/O brackets. They really don't want to go in. Oh, come on. Maybe if I try to put it like this. Yeah, you're not gonna see much, sadly. Okay, there we have it. So the camera is shaking a bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really high up again, and sadly my I have two camera stands. One of them is metal, the other one is plastic, and only the plastic one can go this high up. So it's really cheap plastic one. So then we get to our motherboard. This right here is the infamous Asus P5QD Turbo. I didn't have a great time with this motherboard. It still works, kinda. So these two memory channels, memory channel 1, the two left slots are dead, from what I can tell. So yeah, instead of 4 gigs, we're gonna use 2 gigabytes of RAM in single channel. But apart from that, it should work. I mean, to play some Minecraft, it's gonna be enough. And I think this is also what's gonna be... I think this is gonna end up running Minecraft and pretty much nothing else. So, let's put that right in. The CPU is already in. The CPU is a Core-to-Quad Q9450. Using the Intel stock heatsink, I would have liked to use something else. Sadly, I only have this one. And I mean, the stock heatsink is fine for the CPU. Actually, it's just even having one of these things is kind of not a great thing. But at least it's a downdraft cooler. It's gonna cool the VRAMs a bit, and also the North Bridge, which is still external on this platform. So yeah, let's put that motherboard right in there. Actually, I should check if I have the... Yeah. If the stand... Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, I put the... It was the wrong way around. Oh, here we go again. Come on. Okay, that was faster. So now I can put the motherboard in. Actually, How much space do we have back there? Not a whole lot. Yeah, okay, so before we put in the motherboard and have a bad time later, I'm gonna put in the power supply first so we can pull the 8-pin through there. So the power supply is going to be a Be Quiet Pure Power 10 400 watt. I've used this before in the system that's recording the sound right now, which is Kepler 18. So my main system is, well, there's been some stuff going on, and so I use my normally test bench as my daily system right now. And this power supply was at some point in it. I switched that out for a 750 watt one because I was starting to test high-end GPUs in it. And this one, while it can totally support something like a GTX 1070, it's not really for, say, a 980 Ti, which is in the system right now. So, let's remove the back panel first. Oh, look at all that's one of the fans. That's the SD card reader. That's the other fan. Put that in there. USB 3.0, the motherboard doesn't have that. That's audio. And is there a front 2.0 somewhere? Yeah, there is. It's already in there. So we're not gonna connect these two. So we are now going to put in the power supply. I really wish I had more space on this desk, because I can't really see everything. Like the power supply is kind of cut off. So I'm going to put the fan down because well, I've kind of actually grown to the concept of having the fan up, which would make the power supply into one more point of exhausting air. Specifically, if you have a graphics card that has an internal exhaust cooler, the power supply would suck some of that hot air out. I'm gonna put it fan down on this here though, because I've had it before that these cables are, like, it's a cheaper power supply, so these cables are only as long as they need to be. And I ended up not having enough slack to connect the CPU power. So I'm gonna put it fan side down. And I'm gonna get out my screws and my screwdriver. Get this cable ties out of here. So, what sort of screws do we want to use? I've had a lot of these, so let's use these. That's a different kind. This is one of them. This is a slightly different one. Here's. Oh no, that's a different one. I just lost a screw. Where did that go? There. Do I have another one? This is the same kind. Okay. So let's get those in. So, let's route our cables. So we have our PCIe power for the graphics card. We have, let's actually first yeah, okay, so this is our 24 pin for the motherboard. Actually gonna put that, I think I'm gonna try to route them, the most of them through this tiny hole down here. So let's get the 24 pin through there first. Then this is our PCIe. This is SATA. Where's our CPU power? There's our CPU power. We are going through that too. I haven't decided yet if I want to put the graphics card power through the back too, because I don't know how the system's gonna look. Okay, so let's see. So here we have CPU power, and then here goes our 24 pin. Alright. We're gonna deal with the rest of the cables later. Let's first get the motherboard in. Yeah. So, yeah, there's almost no space left for the CPU power. Let's just plug that in right away. It's already difficult enough. Oh man, that's really tight. I'm gonna get this in. First one is in. Yeah, sadly this power supply doesn't give you any clamps to group those two connectors together into one. They're just two independent connectors. Oh no, it's one of them got out. Okay, both are in. I'm gonna do the 24 pin later. So let's test if our motherboard uses imperial, if the case uses imperial standoffs or metric ones. I think it's going to use imperial ones, just because those holes look kind of big. Guessing those are imperials. Yeah, these are imperials. Or are they? It's not quite getting in. Huh. Maybe it's also the screw that's a weird, slightly different size. No, this one's not going in either. Okay, so those seem to be metric. So then, let's try this metric screw. It might also be like this case, so a lot of rebuilds. Maybe the standoffs are also just kinda worn down. Nope, it's a metric one. Okay. So now I have to get metric screws. Here we have one. We need 6 in total. So this is 2, 3, 5. Actually, I think a couple of those might be smaller than M3. Gonna have to check. Okay, so are these too small? These look to me like they might be too small, like they might be M2.5 or something. No, they fit, okay. That's probably just the... Oh wow, this one's gunked up a little bit. So now the most fun ones. This one's actually kind of going to be easy, but the one That's right next to the CPU power connector. That one's always very hard. And if you lose that screw, well, you just... Wait, is this even a... It's not a metric screw, that's an imperial one. That's not the right screw. There's the right screw. Come here. Alright. For this motherboard in case, it's actually kinda okay to put that screw in. There are cases where it's really, really hard and almost impossible. So let's take the 24 pin. Put that one in. Do we get a click? There we have a click. So now, am I gonna put the drive in first? I don't think it really matters. Let's just plug the fans in while we can. The other fan is right here. Oh, those are long cables. Can we actually put in one? Yeah, we have one more because I want to put one in here. So we have one here, and then I also want an exhaust one. Ah, yeah, right. This case has an integrated fan controller, but I accidentally cut a cable once on that one, so I don't know if it actually works. I think at least one of the connectors is dead. So, yeah. So, now we can put in our audio. Is there even an audio one on this? Is it that one, right? Yeah, that's the audio one. Oh, come on. Are you in? Yeah, you are. Okay, let's try to cable manage that one a bit. Then we have USB. We have plenty of those actually on this board. We have 3. That's more than a motherboard. Though a motherboard will also have a 3.0 or 3.1 header, so in total this is not different. Alright. Doesn't want to stay there. Well, we have time for cable management later. So let's take the front panel connectors. The nice thing for this board, it's actually documented where you have to put those. And I think, am I gonna bother with hooking up all of those? So we have the power switch right here. The reset switch goes there. Also gonna have to get the debug speaker, because I've had a lot of problems with this board where it just doesn't want to boot, and having the speaker is quite useful because it's gonna tell you if you have a problem or if you basically it's gonna tell you if you have a problem. So I'm gonna put that one in. Then the LEDs. IDE LED, it's still called on this one. We're gonna use a SATA SSD, so the drive will be not at all retro. And then I'm actually gonna have to look a bit close up. It doesn't say which side is plus or minus. So the plus side is always towards the end of the case, if I remember this correctly. So the plus side should be here, and then the minus should be right there. So there we have our front panel connectors. And now we can get to the drive. I'm gonna put it right here. That's a nice thing about this case. You just take your SSD, slot it in, you screw it in here, and then you slide it back in there, and you only have to hook up the cables. So let's take 2 screws, screw the SSD in there. I could also screw it in through the bottom, but I mean, you already have the 2 ones on the one side, and then you just put in 2 more screws, and it's already connected. Yeah, so this SSD goes in right there, and now we flip it over. And now this cable is not connected. Now we take our SATA cable. Where did I put the SATA cable? There's the SATA cable. So now we take our SATA cable, get it through there. And now I need the power cable actually. Let's grab it from there. One of them should be enough actually. Okay, let's see if I can get it through there without it being overly inconvenient. There we have it. And I'm just gonna stash the other one somewhere because we're only gonna need this one SATA power for the SSD. So yeah, let's just stash it in the hard drive cage. So we take one SATA power, put it right there. Yeah, that's the SATA cable, and actually that's already it for the back side. So let's put the back panel back on. Unless we decide to route the PCI Express cables through the back, but I don't think we're gonna actually, because I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough space for that. So the other drive power is gonna stash it in here too. Now we have power for our graphics card and also the SATA cable. Putting it in right there. Okay, so we're gonna put in the fan. We can put in our graphics card, which I actually haven't shown yet. Ah, yeah, RAM also. Yeah, so as I've said, the problem with this board is it seems to have a dead memory channel. So of our 4 gigabytes, you can only put in 2 and have it boot, which is really, really disappointing, sadly. Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't even boot with this. That's also a problem. Let's hope for the sake of the video it boots up today. If not, we have a problem, because yeah, might have died completely now. So yeah, so this fan right here, this is actually the original fan that came with the case in this position. I have it went through a lot of abuse. So one of the fan blades at some point broke off. You can see where I attached it with hot glue, and then the cable are also wrapped in something, because these are really slim, flimsy cables. So how are we gonna put this in? Is it gonna be enough if I do it like, yeah, it is gonna be enough. Let's put that in already, and can screw it in like this. it's not lined up properly. Ah, now it is. So one of the screws doesn't want to go in all the way. Let's try a different one. It's a little bit shorter. Maybe that will go in. Nope. Well, I guess we're gonna have to live with 3 screws then. And now it's on? Yeah. Yeah, it's still in there. So now we get to the graphics card. So back in 2008, when this CPU came out, the quad-to-quad Q9 450, I think the GTX 280 was the highest end card you could get. I do not have a GTX 280. What I have though is a GTX 460, which is about as fast as a 280, and it's also got more VRAM, I think. I think the 280 only had 512 or 1 gig. This has one. Does it have 1 or 1.2? I'm not sure actually. This might be also just 1, but it might also be 1.2. So yeah, so the card has the PCI Express right here, so it's gonna be like in there. So routing them through the back would have been a mistake. It's gonna connect these before we plug it in. And then just try to hide these a bit. Okay, this... Yeah, like this power supply is really... These don't wanna come apart, these wanna be used as an 8-pin. So let's put the card in. And actually, like from cable management, this looks pretty clean. This looks better than I thought. So let's screw in the card. Am I gonna find 2 matching screws for that? Yes, I have. Sadly, the missing I/O blinds for this case were one-time use only. Like this is a case where you break those out, and you can't get them back in. And I did use a vertical mount for a graphics card in this case, so we had to modify it and get all those out. So sadly, it's gonna be this hole right here. I don't think it's that big of an issue because it's only another path for fresh air for the graphics card. And then, oh, it's kinda wobbly. Yeah, but this looks pretty clean. I think this looks actually pretty nice. Yeah, this is, provided the motherboard is gonna not screw us over, this is gonna be a pretty nice kinda 2008 for a 2008 standard high-end system. Actually, I don't know if the Q9 450 was a high-end CPU, but it was a quad-to-quad in a time where dual and single core were still very relevant, I think. Yeah, should be. So let's take the front panel, which is really dusty and disgusting. I'm just gonna try to rub it with my shirt. That makes it any cleaner. I don't think so. Yeah, so that's the front panel on there. Not quite. Something's blocking it. Doesn't want to go on all the way, sadly. Yeah, but like this plexi, I actually think I'm gonna get rid of that. So what you... Yeah. So what you can do is these tiny metal tabs, you can just bend those out and then remove the plexi panel. I'm gonna do that. And then we have, I think it's gonna look better actually than having this the panel, because it's like a brownish color thing, and I really don't like the look of that. And if we just remove it, we're gonna have undisrupted view of the internals. And it's also gonna, okay, what is blocking? It's one of those things. No. Okay, it shouldn't be blocked. Ah, there it is, okay. Yeah, so it kind of looks weird, yeah, because there's supposed to be a panel there, but I think this looks actually better than having this scratched up brownish plexi panel right there. And it's also gonna give us better airflow for the PC, so like, yeah. I think it is completed now. So, yeah, this took 30 minutes. That's actually pretty fast, considering this is the first time ever I put a PC together completely. Okay, I kind of skipped the CPU and CPU cooler install, but like apart from that, it's yeah, 30 minutes is actually a good time, I think. I mean, it could have been a lot faster. I really dragged myself back with those PSU cables. But yeah, so we have now a hopefully working 2008 high-end PC with, yeah, okay, the SSD is a lot newer, the graphics card is newer, but about as fast as a high-end card from back then. Oh, my voice is going away. And yeah, we've only got 2 gigs in single channel. Running Windows 10 on that is gonna be rough, but it's gonna work. I did it before, it's just not a pleasant thing. So yeah, so I think that concludes the first part of building the 2008 retro gaming system. Now I gotta figure out a name for it, because all my other builds have names. Yeah. But this concludes the first part of this video, like of this project, the first video of the project. And yeah, so I think we're gonna see each other again for part 2, where I'm gonna try to boot this up and try to play games on it. And then part 3, maybe we're gonna try to overclock the CPU and the graphics card, maybe the RAM a little bit, but kind of on this platform you do overclock the RAM automatically, because this is a Q9450. It does not have a, like, it does have an adjustable multiplier, but it doesn't go higher than stock. So you do FSB overclocking, which is kind of like BCLK overclocking is today, and if you do that, you also raise the RAM clock with it. So we kind of overclock the RAM also. But yeah, so before I ramble on for too long, this is the video, the first video putting together the 2008 retro gaming PC. And let's hope, for the sake of this project, that it's gonna boot up in the next part. If not, we're gonna have a part 1.5 where I try to troubleshoot it. That's gonna be very unpleasant if that would happen. So yeah, let's hope for the best, and thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.